What's going on? We already got 3 people in the building. Make sure y'all hitting that good like button as y'all step into the chat. How y'all doing though? Happy Sunday. Make yourself known. Say something so I know who I'm talking to. All right, 6 people. Can we get 5 more likes? All right, there we go. There we go. We getting them up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So go ahead and pin that comment. Here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. We got 7 people. What's up, Brand? What's going on, man? How you doing? Suave Loud Pack, what's up? What's up? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hopefully y'all weekend went good. Sunday, early morning. Thought it'd be a good time to start chatting with y'all. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. There we go. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. But yeah. So the topic of the day is pond building. Danny, what's good with you? What's good with you? Christopher, what's up? What's up? Brandon, good. What are we doing today, Brandon? So today we're talking about pond building. Talking about pond building. I want to know how many of y'all have built a pond. Do you plan on building a pond? Do you want to build a pond? Any of that sort. After building my first pond, I know a little bit more about it than what I did before. Cost is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to talk to y'all about, ponds and all that, because I do plan on upgrading my koi pond from the size that it is. Once the fish get a little bit bigger or get too big for that pond, I'm actually looking forward to digging that out a little bit more, taking it down probably like 4 foot, expanding it a little bit, add some more curvature. That pond was built on a budget. So budget building is, it's just something that most of us fish keepers do. Let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have, tens of thousands of dollars just to go and invest in every single thing they want to create, whether it's a pond or plywood build or, fish room. We kind of like piece it together. I'm just like y'all. So that's how a lot of us do it. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Jack, good luck with the pond. The pond is already done, Jack. Pond is already done. I got a koi pond in front. Make sure y'all hitting that like button when y'all come into the chat. But yeah, Jack, pond is already done. You ever seen a pond, Jack? I'm gonna have to walk y'all out front. I can't walk y'all out front right now. If I had y'all on the phone, I could walk y'all out front. But yeah, the pond is already done, Jack. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah, I got a koi pond in the front. It's like roughly like 500 gallons. And I dug that thing out back in October. I dug the pond out with a shovel, with a spade shovel. A lot of work, a lot of work. It took me a couple weeks to get it done. Got koi in there. Everybody looking good. It's a really good looking pond, especially for my first one. You know what I mean? Didn't have any help. Just watch some videos and know I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid of hard work. So I got it done. But I definitely want to show you that. Otherwise, you can just take a look at one of my videos, pond videos. Make sure y'all hitting that like button when y'all come to chat, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that like button. 9 people in the chat, nine likes, 13 people. Let's get it. Junior, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning, watching stream from Los Angeles. Shout out to Los Angeles, man. What's good? Speaking of Los Angeles, man, I had to drive to Reno. I had to drive to Reno last night to pick up my oldest son. Man, I've never driven in snow. I haven't put on. I've never had to put on chains before. Don't know how to put on chains, and that was something driving in that snow. I mean, I was going like 17, like I'm saying 17. So I've got 17 people in the chat. Let's get 17 likes on. Let's get 17. Let's get 17 likes. But I was driving about 25 miles per hour, and after we made it back home, they actually closed down that road. You know what I mean? So definitely, You ain't got to worry about the snow going in Los Angeles, but going in Nevada, passing through the Donner Pass, going into like Reno, South Lake Tahoe, passing all that up. Yeah. It was some nice snow. I wanted to get out and make a little snowman or something. I never actually held snow in my hands. But yeah, man, I definitely thought about getting out, but I had slides on. But yeah, driving in snow, not it. JB, Grand Rising from Florida. What's good? But yeah, so did any of y'all that's in the chat right now, did any of y'all have y'all built a pond? Y'all want to build a pond? Just let's talk about it. Snowman for sure, Jake. But yeah, so like I said, when I built my pond, money was the main thing that I was concerned about. I didn't want to spend too much. I didn't know how much work it was to dig a big hole by a shovel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it always seems so easy. You know what I mean? When you see people on these movies and shit, and they dig in these, these graves and things like that by shovel, it don't seem that hard. You know what I mean? Digging a hole is hard work. It's a lot of work. And one of the main things that you have to realize is what you're going to do with all that dirt. Didn't think about that. You know what I mean? Luckily, I kept all the dirt. I made it work or whatever. But that dirt, figuring out what you're going to do with that dirt, that's one of the main things that you need to think about before you build that pond. You want to think about cost. You want to think about the actual design of it, because you can make it look like a beam. You can make it look like a real lake. You can make it a square, all these different things. So that's going to come into play when you're trying to purchase that pond liner. So when you purchase that pond liner, you want to get the 45 mil. That's the thick stuff. Don't go to like Home Depot and get that cheap 20 mil. It's not going to last. You want that thick 45 mil pond liner. It's heavy, extremely heavy. But besides I made mine, I could have probably made it at least 1,000, probably like 1,000 gallons. I didn't know. I didn't know how much pond liner I would have over. You know what I mean? First pond build. So I wish I would have gone down 4 feet now, but when the time comes, I'll probably spend an additional. So the pond liner that I actually wanted, and that would have worked for something that big, would have gave me like a couple thousand gallons, is like $800 for just the pond liner. The one that I got, I think I paid like $170 for it, $170 for that pond liner. But yeah, so you're gonna worry about the rock. Where you gonna get your rock from? I saved a lot of cost because I harvested my own rock. If you got any creeks, any waterways, anywhere that you could go and pick up some rock without breaking any laws, I suggest you do that. Facebook Marketplace got some people that's tending to get rid of rock, which is good. So anywhere you could get some free rock, start collecting it, holding it. You know what I mean? Especially if you plan on building a pond. Hell, you can throw it inside your aquariums. I got some of that same rock in multiple aquariums. So yeah, not really buying rock these days. But for koi fish, they typically need about 4 foot of depth. You want to worry about predators. You know what I'm saying? You want to worry about how you plan on allowing your fish or making a way for your fish to escape predators. Some places worry about, hawks and, birds and things like that. So a nice little cave will suffice. Like I bought a big paver and a 2x2 paver, and I shaved down the sides to make it so the fish won't harm themselves, and it works perfect. Now that don't work for raccoons. So now for the raccoons, I have that net over my pond to stop the raccoons from being able to collect any fish. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. But so those are some things that you want to consider. You want to consider that footprint, overall cost, where you're going to get your rock from, where you're going to put that dirt at, and the filtration. So for my filtration, honestly, right now, all I got is just the filtration that came with the skimmer box and the waterfall. So for that, I think I might have paid, I think it was like $200. It comes with the waterfall it comes with the skimmer box, and it comes with the pump. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. That was a pretty good deal. And then the waterfall, it comes with, a bag, a blob of rock, all that stuff. So it's like a small filtration. It's supposed to work for that size pond. But I'm going to create my own. I'm going to make my own trash can filter for that, and then I'm going to plug in potentially a UV sterilizer if I need it. If I need it, I'll plumb that in. But that also save a lot of costs because sometimes those pond filters could run you a couple $1,000s. Now, if you have a YouTube channel and somebody sponsored a video and give you one, cool. But I didn't even have that happen. You know what I mean? So if that's not the case, like a lot of us, you got to figure that out. So a trash can stunt, real work, the UV sterilizer, all that good stuff. But yeah, Junior, you gotta water the dirt to make it soft. I did that. You don't remember that, Junior? You didn't watch the video, huh? Yeah, man, I was watering the dirt. Still hard. Still hard. I watered it and let it sit overnight before. So yeah, I did all of that. I tried everything. With the main thing that allows you to really start digging though is get you a pitch axe. So you're gonna be hacking at that, loosening that up, and then getting it out. So yeah, it's a lot of different methods. Or if you have an excavator, you got the funds to get your excavator to dig it out. You can do it that way. But I'm straight shovel. Straight shovel. Brandon Rich, our building a pond is a lot of work. That's why I stick with stock tanks and above ground pools. Yeah. It's definitely a lot of work, but it's a lot more pleasing, especially if you have a house. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more appealing. It's a beautiful water feature. You know what I mean? It's way more natural. Above ground ponds and pools and all that is cool, but you still can never take away from that nice in the ground pond. You know what I mean? It's like something about it. Whether you decide to keep, bass in there, bluegills and all that, or if you want to have a goldfish pond, you want to have a koi pond, whatever the case may be, or turtles even, it's still nothing like walking up, seeing that beautiful water feature either in front of your house or even behind your house. You know what I mean? It's nothing like having that real in the ground pond. Yeah. Speaking of above ground ponds, I was kind of thinking that instead of me spending all that time and waiting to get all the materials to build this out like I intentionally started to, I was thinking that I wanted to just get a bigger above ground pool. So to be just like that. But the footprint that I need makes that really difficult. So I kind of like ended up right back in the same boat with me having to build this out. But I do want to extend it. So instead of like, this is 10 foot, but I really want to extend it maybe like 12 foot. I really want to go 12 foot with this. So I would love to go like 12 foot by like 83 inches from the width. That'll give that arowana a lot more space than what it has now. So that's kind of like where I'm at with it. And still it's only going to be like 4 foot tall. You know what I mean? So if I measure that out, my calculations, it might not be as big as I initially wanted it because, man, all these materials cost a lot of money, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not even gonna front. It costs a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And I got to make sure my family is straight. So it's a lot of things that I'm not gonna be able to do in the time that I would like to do it. But some of these animals need that bigger enclosure. So I'm gonna have to do what I can. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody want to donate all the glass around, go for it. And I'm being funny, right? I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be some people like, man, I'll do this, blah blah blah. I'm paying for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't afford that right now, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't have nobody helping me out with this, so I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do what I can for the animals, but I'm gonna do what I can for my family first. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have gone up like 5 foot, I would have put the glass panels, a glass panel right here, a couple on the side, on each side, and things like that. But that's not going to happen. I'm gonna make sure because I have all the materials. If I had this framed out right now, I could literally build it right now. So 4 foot is cool, like I mentioned before. My arowana don't have drop eye. Kobe don't have drop eye at all. And the reason why is because I feed him from the top, so he don't ever have a reason to be looking out the side. Like my albino silver, that one has drop eye. Why? Because when I walk up, the tank is tall, so when I walk up and I'm about to feed him, his ass be all looking down and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he got that drop eye. So let me figure out some calculation. Let me see what size pine that would be if I do it like that. So we're talking about say 12 feet, so that's 144. Y'all know how to do the calculations for water, right? For the size of the aquarium. So you put in the dimensions in inches of the aquarium enclosure, whatever. You times it all, so it's gonna be a 144 times. I said about 8 feet. No, I said 80 inches times 80 inches. No, I said 83. 83 inches times 48 inches. That equals 573,696. You divide that by 231. That gives us roughly about 2,500 gallons. So not quite what I wanted, but 2,500 gallons is still pretty fair, pretty good. So that might be the next plan. And that being the case, instead of me doing all of this first, I might just go ahead and do that first, especially with the summer approaching. You know what I mean? I could go ahead and set that pool up outside, keep the fish outside. It's gonna be real warm, and then I could go ahead and get this built. Fish Arts, what's going on? What's going on? How often do I clean the pond? Not that often, man. Not that often. I top it off a lot. It's a lot of water evaporation. You know, as you can see, the garage door open, so it's a lot of water evaporation. I probably top it off every week with fresh water. As far as actually having to get in there and clean it, I don't siphon shit. I haven't had to clean that filter yet. I've done probably 2 water changes on it in the past 2 years. You know, those plants do a lot of work, man. I say it all the time. Get you some plants inside your aquariums. Get you some plants inside your tanks. Get them inside your ponds. You know what I mean? Allow nature to work with you. Allow the nature to pull out all those nitrates so you don't have to do as many water changes on it. And as far as the pond in the front, when I cleaned it the other day, that was actually the first time that I cleaned it that way. Chris was good. I built an above ground pool pond, or I built an above ground pond similar to your indoor pond in the first fish room, like a big raised flower bed. I got started on the hobby and the DIY aspects thanks to your inspiration. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, definitely, man. That's what it's about. Inspiring each other. Y'all inspire me. I inspire y'all. Hopefully I'm inspiring y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. I know we just got like 6 people that came in the room. Hit that like button. Chris said, I have koi in it, and I love it. What size is it, Chris? What size is your pond? Brandon, nope. You saying nope about the in the ground ponds? That's cool. That's you. That's cool, man. That's all good. You don't have to like it. That's your opinion. Nelly, how you doing, Nelly? Definitely having a great day. I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day as well. Sunday. It's a nice ass day outside. I got my oldest son here. Just trying to, feel y'all out, get some ideas. After building my first pond, there's some things that I wish I would have done a little bit different. Like I said, I wish I would have gone bigger, especially since I had the liner. I ended up having to cut some of that liner, to fit into the space. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. That's the main thing I wish I would have done. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Y'all just sitting back watching. Hit that shit. Vibes was good with you. Was good with you. Tay Sickler Showroom. My wife said you look like my pops. Must be a very handsome dude. Chris, 7 foot by 4 foot. Okay. That's a nice size. I like that. I like that. How deep is it? How deep is it? You know, they try to say you need at least, koi get big. Koi get big. Koi get hella big. I seen a koi at my local pond spot called Koi Enterprise. Right on. Thank you for that. Whoever just hit that like, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for hitting that like. Uh, yeah, man, they had a koi that had to have been like 30 inches in there. They had a koi that was like 30 inches. From what I hear, I talked to dude, one of the owners. He said in Japan they got koi like 4 foot. All right, thank you, y'all. The other two people that hit the like button, thank you very much. Uh, man, yeah, I've never seen a koi that was 4 foot. Never seen a koi that's 4 foot. But if mine get anywhere near that, I know I gotta upgrade that thing. I would love to get at least 4,000 gallons. If I could get 4,000 gallons out there, I'll be happy with that. Right on vibes, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Chris, it's not deep as I would like it. About 2.5 feet deep, but I'm in the rental. We'll have to move it eventually. Okay. Well, at least you got it planned. At least you got it planned. What size do you think you're gonna go when you get into your own spot? What size you think you're gonna make it? Robert, good afternoon, long time subscriber here. Appreciate you, OG. Your videos are very helpful. You give any trout deal within the feather starfish as a pet. You give any trout deal. I don't know what you asking me. But the feather starfish, I've seen those. I don't think I would be able to keep one. The only fish tank that I have where I have the coral tank is the only tank that I will be able to keep any kind of fish that don't have predators in it. Every other saltwater tank has predators. Um, my 75-gallon got some predators in it. My 125 got predators in it. 225 got predators. So if I ever set up a tank where I could have something like that, I probably would get that. I mean, they're pretty cool looking starfish. But yeah, definitely got to have a big setup community saltwater tank. Brandon, when you were going to start working on the stock tanks for Miami. Whenever I get the money for it, you want to donate? You want to donate? Make a donation. You know, she cool where she at right now. I'll definitely move her into it when I can, but there's no rush. There's literally no rush. It's because I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? She ain't busting at the seams and need to get moved out. She's straight right now. So for its timing, I don't know. It'll be probably about us before the summer start though. Oh, what are my thoughts for the so my thoughts for the feather starfish is that they're good looking starfish, unique looking. If y'all don't know what the feather starfish look like, let me involve the chat in this. So the feather starfish looks just like what it's called. Look like a feather. All right, hold on. So there's a feather starfish right now. It looks crazy. Let me go to the images. So y'all, right there is the feather starfish. It looks crazy looking. They got multiple different ones. So all those are feather starfish. Now let me see how big they get. Feather starfish size. Because these are actually really big. Let's see. All right, 12 inches. About 12 inches. Size tank do they need? Tank size. Yeah, they first said 12 inches. Right here, they try to say 6 inches. And then they say 50 gallons. I'm not quite sure about that. But it says the care level is expert. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get one of those. Like I said, they're real interesting. You know, about $100 for them. But I like predators. I'm a real fan of predator fish. You know what I mean? So I probably would never be able to have starfish. The only starfish that I'm actually going to get is the sand star, and I'm gonna put that inside of. I'm gonna put that in the coral tank, and then eventually I'll probably move it, but I'm putting it in the coral tank. Yeah, man, the sand starfish, I like that because it keeps the sand agitated. You know what I mean? So if you have like diatom algae, if you don't really have a circulation pump pointing at your sand, moving it around, you know that starfish is going to come into play and really help you with that. Keep it all aerated. Giselle was good with you. Was good with you. Blessings to you, man. How you doing? Hey, we just got 6 more people in the building. Can we get some likes? Can we get them likes up, y'all? Robert, the flashlight fish is pretty cool as they grow, but when adult, they are very ugly looking. The flashlight fish. I'm gonna have to look at what the flashlight fish is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that one is. See, that's why I love this hobby, man. There's so many fish that I've never heard of, and I'm learning things every day. And talking to y'all, y'all really be. Oh, there's a flashlight fish. Okay. I'm gonna show them in just a minute. Yeah, you're right. They are ugly though. All right, let me go to photos. So some of y'all might know what the flashlight fish is. They look kind of cool. I guess when they're small, almost look like the domino damsel. But when they get big, oh yeah, okay. And then damn. Yeah. And then they really do kind of glow, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy, right? But like you said, when they get big, they get a little ugly. And I guess this is an adult right there. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for whoever hitting that like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yeah. Y'all not really a fan of ugly fish unless they're extremely unique. Like Stony, my freshwater stonefish, or freshwater lionfish. It's kind of like an ugly fish, but it's unique. You know what I mean? I don't really just go for it. Even anglers are like ugly but unique looking. So yeah. All right, we got a couple more people in the room. Can we get a couple more likes? But yeah, so the 18 people that's in the room. You ever build a pond? You want to build a pond? You know, I definitely could answer some questions on that because I built my first pond about 6 months ago, and after building that one, I learned some things that I wish I would have known ahead of time. But yeah, what y'all got going on today? If y'all don't want to answer the question, it's all good. What y'all got going on today? Any plans? I finished cleaning that 225 the other day, so now I'm just waiting to add all the African cichlids into there. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it a little bit, but yeah, that's gonna be a nice tank for those African cichlids. Man, can assassin snails live with mirrorite snails? I don't think so. I think assassin snails is gonna kill any of the snails that it's living with. That's just what I know. But I can't tell you firsthand, and I haven't owned them. But from the small research that I did do on assassin snails, that's what they do. They go and they kill all the other snails. Cody, what's good with you, bro? How you doing? Robert, been trying to get my dream 180-gallon tank in game when that happens. I feel you. What you gonna put in that, Robert? What you gonna put in that, Rob? I feel you though. Man, that's how I felt when I got that 240. You know, but I feel like that too. I cannot wait. To get these guys, well, really all of them. I can't wait to upgrade everybody. But yeah, I feel you on that. When I get my first 3,000 gallon, I'm gonna be happy about that. Robert, I'm about to reset up my second generation 5-gallon jellyfish tank from Jellyfish Art. Okay. Yeah, I know a little bit about jellyfish because of tank. You know, I know they're sensitive. I know that they're a little fragile. You know, fragile. You know what I mean? So I do know a little bit about them. Never thought about owning them myself, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a really cool setup. I've been thinking about converting one of my 300-gallon stock tanks into saltwater pond, but it's outside. I don't know what would survive the Texas heat. Right, right, Brandon. I don't know either. Definitely get hot out there. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I would put saltwater outside. You know, only Florida guys can get away with that. Yeah, we can't really get away with that, man. I know I can't get away with that. And if you're talking about the heat, I'm talking about the cold out here. I've been wanting to get some Scobina stingrays so that they can stay small fish in a 180 gallon. Man, you really just teaching me something today, man. Appreciate that, Rob. Let me see the Scobina stingray. Hey, are we talking about the Montaro? Hold on. Let me reread that question right quick, Rob, because what I just the information I just found might be some different shit. All right, you said the Scobina. That's what you said, the Scobina. Let's see. It's coming up as like the mosaic stingray. Bro, they said the disc width for one of those is 4 foot. It's 4 foot, bro. That's a big stingray. Might not be the best one to get. When I went to the images, bro, here's the Scobina. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, my friend. How do you plan to keep unwanted animals, frogs, and snakes away from your outdoor pond? I'm not even in the area where I gotta worry about frogs and snakes. We don't have them out here. We don't have them out here. Oh, there's a dryer. Yeah, we don't have them out here. I gotta worry about raccoons. That's what I gotta worry about keeping away from my pond. Raccoons, and that's been hard. I would actually be happy if we had some frogs that inhabited the pond. Maybe not the snakes, but yeah. Cody, you ever seen freshwater jellyfish? We found a pond and it has them, and they are the size of a quarter or smaller. I have not. I'm gonna take a look. Freshwater jellyfish. All right. Let's see what that look like. Oh damn! Look at that freshwater jellyfish, the size of a penny. Yeah, yeah. I've never seen it before. Robert, some Severums and Waru cichlids, maybe a fire eel on the fence and a fire eel. They get big. They do get big, Rob. Yeah, the Scobina, Rob. You just had me look that up. Yeah, man, that's a big stingray. That's a big stingray. Also known as like the Montaro. Yeah. They just look small. Yeah. But they get big. I mean, predatory fins might have had when I was 14 inches, but they get big. They get like 3 foot, 4 foot discs. They get big. Just be cautious of that. But as far as the Severums and the Raru, that might work. And like you said, maybe the fire eel. Just have one in there. Or still, what's good? What's good with you? What's good with you, Bertho? How you doing? What's good, sir? Andrew P. What's good, sir? Love the videos. Been following you since You did that tour video of Splash Aquarium. I appreciate that. Yeah, you were OG then. That was a while ago. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you follow. Appreciate you keeping up. Thank you for that support. Speaking of support, we got 21 people in the building. Can we get some likes? You haven't hit that like button. Could you make sure them fingers working? Hit that like button for me. Right. That's right, Bertha. Yeah, man. Let's not forget about that like, the subscribe, the share, all of that. Facts. And while y'all here, check out Garcia Aquatics YouTube channel. Go support. Go give him a follow. Let him know that Cleveland sent you. You know, this is a beautiful hobby, and we put out this content so we can, you know, thank you. Got 31 likes right on, Garcia. Look at that. You really helping over here. But you know, this hobby isn't that small, but we need to make sure that we do more support, you know, among one another. You know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing to go in, not only like a video, go and subscribe, you know, show a little support. It goes a long way to a content creator. You know what I mean? That's what helps us get in the algorithm. That's what's going to help our channels get pushed a little bit further. You know what I mean? And we can do more for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had the funds, y'all, I'll be honest with you. If I had the funds, everything that I keep talking about that I want to do, I would do it to the fullest extent. You know what I mean? But I got a whole family that I got to look out for, and I got to make sure we straight. You know what I mean? So I love this hobby, but you know, I can't live in the aquarium. You get what I'm saying? So I got to make sure that, you know, first case, you know, family is prioritized. You know, and then I'm trying to make sure that I, you know, take care of these animals and then put out dope content for y'all and keep giving them the best home that they can possibly have. But hell, you know, if I was able, I would do it all to the fullest extent. So just know, when people do donate, when people, you know, do what they do, support in other ways, you know, whether it's a cash app, whether it's joining a membership, whether it's the donations, whatever you do, just understand that it goes right back into this hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't take any of that money and spend it on nothing else, because hell, shit, you know, just running these fish rooms is pretty expensive. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do it whether I make YouTube videos or not. I just love the fact that I can make YouTube videos and share with y'all. So, you know, great people like Garcia Aquatics, you know, show their support. You know, make sure you're going over there, you know, run up his subscription, you know, and show him that support there that he needs. But anyway, let me get back to it. Paul, was good with you. I appreciate you for tapping in. Robert, how about a pearl? The pearls are big too, Rob. There is no freshwater stingray that stays small, Rob. Not that I know of. There's no freshwater stingray. I mean, I even went to Black Diamond. They all get big, 3 foot discs. Let me look it up for you right quick, but I don't believe there's a small freshwater stingray. If you were talking about saltwater, for sure, there's small ones. Let's see, I'm gonna look it up for you right now. Smallest freshwater stingray. Let's see. First thing that came up, let's see where it's at. Extremely rare. Potamotrigon, whatever. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of that. But it says that it gets 18 inches. You can look that one up. I'm gonna try to find you a picture real quick. Let's see. Taking me to Facebook. So that's the one that you were talking about. I got you. So I'm gonna type that in real quick. Yeah. So the Scobina is big. Oh, see, these are like black diamonds. Yeah, man. Let's see. Okay, right. Here we go. I got you. So the Porcupine River Stingray grows up to about 16 inches and it weighs about 33 pounds. Now that one it's kind of like the one that you were thinking. So the Patamotrigon hystrix is what you were talking about. And so they also have the Patamotrigon scobia, which get big. So I'm gonna type in. So look, I'm gonna type in the one for the scobia. Same deal, but it's the one that gets 4 foot. So you got some action. You got some action. So just make sure that it's like, lamest term names, the porcupine river stingray, and they seem to have some nice patterns for you, right? Oh, that one is actually pretty fucking sick. Look, that one's pretty sick. So that one gets about 16 inches. So you got some action. You got some action. I'm just Legacy. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Garcia, are you telling me or are you telling the chat? Sorry for saying this. You lucky I fuck with you, man. You lucky I fuck with you, man. Because that's, we don't do that, man. We don't do that. We don't do that shit. Cody, what's good? Let's see when you first started, how did you keep getting video ideas? That's something we keep getting hung up on. I don't know what to do for videos. Just feedings. It's what you do, right? If you clean your aquarium, you know what you're doing. You know how you maintain your aquariums. You start with that, man. Understand that, we are all in the fish hobby together. You know what I'm saying? We're always learning. We always need some new tips. People have been having aquariums for the past decade, and they still have questions on how to treat sick fish. What do you feed your fish? How do you do your water changes? All the things that you do. Whatever you do, however you do it, just record that. How you maintain your pond? How do you keep it looking so clean? Talk about your filtration. Talk about why you feed your pets, but what you feed them. Talk about what you plan on doing next. You know what I'm saying? When you add the plants, add the plants. Make a video out of that. Talk about why you're doing that. So everything that you do, just learn how to make it into a video. The videos don't have to be long. I make long videos, but the videos don't have to be long. You know what I mean? 8 minutes. A lot of people, they don't have the patience or the attention span for these long videos. You know what I'm saying? Just like even mine, like people keep coming in and out of the chat. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. So just understand that, when you're creating this content, you create the content thinking about a certain viewer. You know what I mean? If most of the people that's commenting, if they've been somebody that's experienced in a hobby, you kind of gauge it towards that. If it's somebody that's inexperienced in a hobby, you gauge it towards that. But in the end, just talk about the things that you do. Talk about the things that you do. Break down what you do, and you're going to develop a following based on the content that you're putting out. I'm just Legacy LLC. I'm loving your channel and content. I'm happy to catch you live. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Legacy. It's all good. All good. No, Garcia, man, I was giving you a hard time. It's all good, though. Like I said, man, I fuck with you, man. We good. We good. You know what I mean? We good. But I just don't want other people to start thinking that that's cool. You know what I mean? Because, I don't, you know what I mean? I just don't want a habit of that going on in the chat. Cody, you should get Kobe immortalized. All you got to do is get measurements and find someone online that would do a fiberglass taxidermy of him, probably like $500. Man, you talking about when he died? You talking about when he died? Man, all right, man, you got me over here thinking about when he died. Come on now. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I can just get any Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I want to be my Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Really? So how does that work then? I thought taxidermy. I thought the animal had to be deceased. You teaching me something right now, Cody? Just take pics and measurements. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look into that. This $500 though, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Tell you that right now. I'd rather go buy a new fish. Hold on. Robert, unboxing fish, bills, DIY, product reviews, lives, like now. Lives like you now with lives. I'm getting my stuff together as I'm about to start posting. And I get a lot of inspiration from this very channel. Thank you very much, Rob. Yeah, man, like, I love this hobby. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And I was doing all of this before I started making content. So it was kind of like relatively easy to transition into doing the content because it was just like, this is what I'm doing. The hardest part for me was actually getting comfortable in front of the camera. You know what I mean? Like, that was the hardest part for me. But now now it's whatever, you know? Channels like the Fish Corner is my entertainment when I don't watch TV that much. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Rob. I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm doing good. Just hanging in there. The Cleveland this year have not been good so far. I'm losing a mom, aunt, uncle, cousin, and friend, man. Prayers, man. My condolences, man. My most sincerest condolences. I'm sorry to hear that. I definitely know the feeling. It's not easy. I mean, all of that happening in the past year, man. That's rough, man. You know, no matter what you believe, whether you believe in God or believe in whatever, you know, um, we're never gonna have on our plate more than we can handle. You know what I mean? Like if it's on our plate, always believe that you can handle it. You know what I mean? I lost my mom at an early age. I lost my aunts. I lost uncles. I lost a lot too. So I definitely know exactly where you're coming from, and I feel for you. Just keep your head up and remember more of the good times than the bad times. You know what I mean? Try not to think about the loss. Think about the times that you did have with with those people. You know what I mean? Just try to do that as best as you can. And you know, I'm pretty sure the chat, our prayers are with you, man. Prayers are with you, Robert. At the end of the day, would you like? What would you like? Huh? Yep. Yep. At the end of the day, you like what you do. Facts. So Cody says it's a fiberglass body, but if he died, you could send his body off and get him stuff. And it's probably easier to do fiberglass. I might do that. Hey Cody, I might do that with my Dovi, man. I still got my large Dovi in the freezer. And I feel like I was keeping them for a reason. I felt like I just wasn't ready to, bury him. But now that I still got him, I might do that with my Dovi. As I always tell everybody, the Dovi is what got me in a hobby. That's my favorite fish. And so I got the Dovi. I might try that with I might do that with the Dovi. Yeah. Yeah. RC is good, it's good. Am I going to Aquashella Daytona or any Aquashella? This is too much to leave before I eat it. So I would have to have something in motion to where somebody's helping her take care of all of these different tanks. There's 2 fish rooms. She works from home. We got our kid. So I got to make sure all of that is planned out before I dip off to go anywhere. But if I had, I do plan on going to these shows eventually. I would like to go to Aquashella. Hell, I would love to go to Pandemonium. Um, all of that. It's just very difficult right now at this time in my life. Cody, that's right. That's definitely the reason, man. That's definitely the reason. Miami Native, what's good with you? What's good with you, man? How you doing? When am I doing another live feeding? Um, Good question. Good question. Hell, I don't know. Probably tomorrow or something. I actually medicated the 225 for hole in the head. I also medicated that one down there. I bought this Paracleanse. This fish product is fucking terrible, man. It says that it don't cloud up your water. That's a lie. It does cloud the water. So if you're looking for a medication that's supposed to help with, like, hole in the head disease and things like that, it clouds the water. It clouds the hell out your water. It looks really bad. So bad that we're gonna talk about that at another time. As far as the live feeding, I could definitely do a live feeding probably. Shit, I might even do it later on today or tomorrow, something like that. When it's time to feed the fish again. Yeah. Yeah, man. Miami Native. I might do it tonight, man. You might be in luck. Tonight or tomorrow. We didn't even go into the other fish room, so I might even do it in there. The all white room. Have you seen videos of Adrian's Aquatics? He talks about positive things to your water. It's a whole lot, but if you tell your water thank you and love you, it makes water more positive. Fuck out of here, Cody. No. And Garcia, I'm in Cali. Nat 70, what's your thoughts on bog filters? And I haven't seen anyone do overhead sumps like you. What inspired them? Thanks. Bog filters, I think, are sick. I would love to have a bog filter on my pond. I definitely would love that. As far as the overhead sumps, I started off with the small one. I started off with a regular, can't really show you, but I started off with, like, in my older videos. Matter of fact, I probably could go take a look. In my older videos, I started off with, like, the smaller ones, and not gonna lie, Joey King of DIY was an inspiration for my original above the tank sumps, the smaller ones. But when I moved into this house, big aquariums, I wanted to find a really good contrast to me using the FX6s. I had like 7 FX6s, they're all FX6s inside the apartment. I had like 4 FX4 filters. You know what I mean? And I got tired of buying replacement pumps. Not pumps, the motors. Got tired of buying replacement motors. So I needed something that would basically house all of the media, all of this, more so than what I was getting from the FX4. Because as you know, the FX4 and FX6 is just like a big sponge filter. You got the sponges around it, and then you got the little circles where the media goes in the direct center, right? That's nothing. So the first thing I started doing was adding my own media. So once I started realizing what it really is, all you need to do is just have a big canister, a big tub, a big storage bin or anything, and find you a pump that's just going to turn the water over at least 2 to 3 times. I like 3 times, but at least 2 to 3 times the aquarium size. And then you could load, and if you understand, how to do a sump, just load it up. You know what I mean? You put the section where the mechanical media is. Then you put the section where the biological media is. Hell, you could put another section for, growing plants that's going to help remove the nitrates and things if you want to. So that's kind of like how I started back in the apartment. But a lot of people actually do like the trash can sumps, and it's actually a lot of people that does that. But let me show you like the older videos. Let me see if I can pull those up right quick. Back to the apartment days, y'all. Back to the apartment days. All right. Let's see. Videos. I'm going to have to go all the way. While y'all stepping into the chat, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure that y'all are subscribed to the channel if you're not already. All right, we still got to go back. All right, there we go. Okay, here we go. This is back at the apartment days. So my first above the tank sump video was, come on. Yeah, I got a lot of videos, y'all. All right. Oh, back farther. Yeah, I got a lot of videos. So back in the day, I used to have like plants in my above the tank sumps. Like I don't know if you can see. So that right there, where it says showcasing my DIY sump build, that was 3 years ago. Um, and that one was an above the tank sump. So it was more like aquaponics, right? So I had same thing I have on the 240. I filled it up with lava rock. I put the pothos in there, put the light above it, pulling out all the nitrates. So, and that was 3 years ago. So even before that is when I built. So here's another look at it right there. So yeah, so like I said, been doing that for a long time. That design honestly came from Joey King of DIY. And but then I started doing my own thing. And now here it is. You know, I got that stump right there. That one right there. Matter of fact, there's one on each. And it's so much media in there. That would be like the equivalent of like shit, man. I can't even tell you because there's so much media in there. I have never seen a filter or had a filter that had that much biological media in there. I mean, I got bags of it inside of both of these, and I have all of that filter floss. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I love the DIY sumps and filters because you can manipulate them any way that you choose to. Like I said, you could make it long enough and big enough to where you have one section just filter floss, the next section just biological media, and then a third section aquaponics, all on the same pump. You get what I'm saying? Depending on whether or not you have storage bins or planter boxes. You know, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? You cannot beat that. There's no filter that you could buy that's gonna top that at all. No FX6s, no above below the tank sumps or anything like this. Below the tank sump, I spent $400, 473. So we're with the tax about $500 on the actual box for that sump. Then I spent another $500 on the skimmer. That's just $1,000 on just that. Then the pump itself is another. You know, luckily I got a sponsored video, so that one ended up being free. But one for that size will probably be about another $150. You get what I'm saying? So that's $1,100, $1,150 before we get the filter socks, before we get the piping and hoses and bulkheads and the overflow box and all that. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can set you up one of those for probably about, I would say, a tenth of the cost. I would say $150. You could buy the pump, you could buy the media, you could buy the bin, you could buy the PVC pipes. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. I don't care what you say. You can't beat. And the reason why I do above the tank instead of below the tank is because I don't like the fact that they flood when they're below the tank. You know, if you got it above the tank, it's never gonna flood. It's never gonna flood. It's never gonna flood your aquarium. None of that. Now below the tank, you got to worry about the air gap because if you don't have the air gap, then all of a sudden, you know, it'll back siphon into your. If you lose power, it's going to siphon into your sump, and if the sump is not big enough, it's going to overflow the sump. So it's a lot of different factors in the reason why I like the above the tank sumps above the below the tank sumps. Like it's just like I said, I don't like flooding shit. Flooding shit, I just flood it, and I flood this fish room a lot. But yeah. All right, all right. I am Legacy. Where we at? Thank you so much. So very much for condolences. Yeah, man, my mom and my late grandmother was praying. They praying mom and my grandmother grew up in the church. They are in a better place now. Happy. That's right. That's right. I am Legacy. Yeah. That's a fact, man. Yeah. Robert, I'm going to head out now. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out. All right, Rob. Thank you for joining in on the chat. Have a great one. I appreciate you. Any plans on making a bigger reef with corals? Ivan, yes, I will. So the plan is I'm going to move over. Once I move out those African cichlids, that tank down below has hybrids. but I'm going to move over both those tanks into the corner where my 37-gallon is. Once I move that 37-gallon, once I move those over there where the 37-gallon is, I'm going to have, two bigger tanks. I'm going to be able to have all of my aggressive fish in one tank again, which is the 125, because I'm going to move out the blue line grouper. I'm going to probably put him in the 225. Then I can put my puffer back in there as well as my red-breasted wrasse. And then I'll upgrade from the 20-gallon to the 55-gallon reef tank. Then I have some more options. And then I have to move this 150 and 75-gallon in place of that 60 and that 55-gallon right there. So I could make my plywood build go from this 225 on down about 8 feet. And then right behind you, I'm going to have this 225-gallon saltwater aquarium. It's going to be converted into a 1,300-gallon saltwater plywood build. So a lot of work. A lot of work. Cody, Missouri, Emoto, look it up, water experiment. Yeah, I'll check it out. When you go live, bro, feel free to drop in and steal some of our viewers. We all need to work together and grow the hobby. I agree with you. I agree with that. And I agree on the DIY and the flooding aspect. It's a major deal too. Yeah, I've seen your shower filter, like what the koi guys use. They're supposed to be like 70% faster at breaking down ammonia. Yeah. Yeah. One thing about having your own filter that you make is, like I said, the cost is a big part of it. You know what I mean? I remember at one point, when I was, some years ago, and I was kind of struggling. I was like, man, I'm never gonna be able to have an FX6 filter. I'm like, man, would I ever spend that much money on a filter, right? Then I got to a point in my life where, like I said, I had 7 of them. And, you would think after spending close to $400 for a filter that, it doesn't break down, the parts last a lot longer. You know what I mean? They're a great filter when they actually work. I mean, I have an FX6 right now running my 240, and then I have a FX4 backing up my above the tank Sump that's on this 225. So they do have a place. But I like to have aquariums on my full stand. That means down below and up top. So if you have a canister filter taking up the space below your tank, you can't put a tank down there. You know what I mean? So if I was to have canister filters, like I wouldn't have a 75 right there. I wouldn't have the 40, the 60, none of that. You know what I mean? And then going back to the cost. Every replacement motor that I bought for my FX6 filters was over $100. And after 5 broke, and I'm talking about new ones, and they were working perfectly fine. Didn't just conk out on me while it was just up and running. Working perfectly fine. Soon as I cut it off and disassembled it for cleaning and tried to start it back up, didn't work. And that happened multiple times on some of those filters. So that being the case, I'm not okay with that. I wouldn't be okay with that for y'all. I'm not okay with that. A nice pump for a nice pump for a 225, 240 or something like that. You can go to Harbor Freight. Yes, Harbor Freight, or you can go to Amazon, and you'll get you a nice pump for probably about $80 max. And I'm talking about it's turning the water volume over 3 times. You could get something cheaper. You know what I mean? It's just, to me, that's more cost effective. You know what I'm saying? If the pump go bad, burn out, which they really don't like that, just buy another one. You'll still end up saving, $30 or more. And again, it just don't happen like that. And then one of the things, if you have a fish room, that I kind of would recommend, and that I did afterwards, is when you have an above the tank sump or something like that, or if you plumb in your own filter and you're using a pump, you could make drainage. So I piped in, I got a drain line that goes all the way around this room and then goes straight into my sink over there. So I put two shutoffs. I put a shutoff that stops the water from going into the filter, and then before it gets to that shutoff, I added another one. So I'm able to direct the water flow from with the same pump. I don't have to unplug anything, cut anything off, nothing. I just close one valve, open a valve, and then the water drains into the sink. So that allows me to drain my aquariums. And for filling up my aquariums, I created a big manifold. So I have all of my freshwater tanks. I have a freshwater line that's going into all of our freshwater tanks. So close the valve, open the valve, drain the tank, cut on the water, open up the valve, water goes in. So that allowed my water changes to go a lot smoother in this fish room. So I would highly recommend, if any of y'all want to start a fish room, think about that. Think about the draining. Think about the water going in, because that's very time consuming when you have multiple aquariums. So it might be possible that you could, implement a system like that in your fish room. Or even if you have it's just a garage and you just have a couple fish tanks and you want to make it easier. It's still nice to implement something like that to where you could just cut a couple valves on and off, and then you either drain the tank or fill up the tank. All right. Where we at? Robert, oh, by the way, love your bill, signature burning of the structure. Thank you very much, Rob. I really appreciate that. When I seen it done on a gate, and I was like, I gotta try that. And I got better and better at it. And it's amazing. So I'm glad you like it. I love it. It's the theme to my whole fish room. Bro, that's why it's a name brand. They make everything to break down because it don't break. Because if it don't break, they don't make money. Facts. I just wish that I didn't have to, find out after I bought something. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all that just came into the room, hit that like button. I see y'all. Hit that like. But yeah, exactly. I mean, hell, just like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that, man, it don't cost nothing to make these products, but yet they charge an arm and a leg when it gets to America. So yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand that. But that's why I try to make it to where my viewers, my supporters, anybody that come across my channel, thank you very much for hitting that like button. Anybody else that came over, so if anybody come across my channel, they learn from it, they could take something from it, they can save some money from the information that I'm putting out. The last thing I try to preach is for someone to go out there and spend a ton of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't preach that. If there's something that you really want, go for it. But if there's another way of getting something done, like they always say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? The saying, my girl don't like that saying, but it's true. It's more than one way of doing things. So, if I've learned a better way, you could use a little bit, throw the rest away. Like I said, Joy, King of the DIY, was the original person that I seen make the above the tank sumps. And I switched it up and made it, tailored it to what my needs are in the way that I like them. You know what I mean? Hell, fish food. You know what I'm saying? Like, start learning how to make your own fish food. If you got cichlids, you know what I'm saying? They like beef heart. You get what I mean? You could even go and grab some seafood and blend that up and add in some spirulina and add in these different additives that's going to help your fish and in the end save you some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about making sure that you don't have to leave this hobby because it gets too expensive. You know what I mean? So all of these different little things that I learned along the way, I just give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the point of it. That's definitely the point of it. And thank you, Matt. All right, my phone is about to die, so I'm going to head out. Thanks for the live stream. It's just so much fun. I'll catch you on the next one, Brandon. You have a good day. I appreciate you for stopping through. Xavier, what's good? What's good with you? I appreciate you for stopping through. So Cody said the cat population in Australia is so much that they hunt themselves. There's a great guy that has a whole outfit made from cat fur. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm allergic to cats. But yeah, they do have a purpose though. If there's rodents. It's cats. I'm always catching cats on my cameras walking around the yard. The only reason why I don't mind because I'm like, man, If there's ever any rodents anywhere around this property, they're gonna make sure they get to them. You know what I mean? So I don't mind. You know, I just hate when they defecate in the yard, man. Yeah, cat feces is some smelly stuff, man. Way worse than dogs. Way worse than dogs. Ah, you hate cats. Oh, you know, I was trying not to say such a strong word about them, you know. But you know what, Cody? I would own a hairless cat. I would own a hairless cat. I do like the hairless cats, man. They look crazy, man. I do like the hairless cat. I would never buy one. I would never buy one, but I would own one. Yeah, Nat, I had snakes. I'm actually a fan of snakes. I'm a fan of reptiles altogether. I like reptiles. I've had red-tailed boas. I had ball pythons. I've had iguanas. I've had alligator lizards. Obviously, these are the free ones that you catch when you're a kid. Fence lizard, which is blue belly lizard. Alligator lizards. The noli lizard. Never had a bearded dragon. But yeah, I like snakes. We got the neighbor's cats next door, but I'm finna take them out. Man, that's how I feel about the raccoon. Oh, you hate these feral cats? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Man, if I had the space, I would have some reptiles. Like I would have a black and white tegu monitor lizard. You don't know what that is, Nat? Probably know what that is. But I'll show you anyway. I'll show the rest of the chat. So the black and white tegu monitor lizard is a very smart lizard. Black and white tegu. All right, let me show you what the black and white tegu look like. So this right here is the black and white tegu. So I definitely would own one of these one day if I could. They just need an extra large enclosure, a nice 8 foot by 4 foot enclosure. But they're very smart. I would love to own one of those one day. Used to breed beardies and leopard geckos and veil chameleons, whatever I could get my hands on, we could breed. That's what's up. Killing, you still have your turtles? Killing time, yep. I'm actually looking at Mister right now, swimming around the 240-gallon tank by himself. And I still got Miami. Miami is still inside the other fish room. Luna passed away. Luna passed away a couple months ago. Don't know what happened, but yeah, still got the turtles though. Yeah, Cody, the tegu was nice. The Savannah monitors are definitely nice as well. The black dragons are some nice ones. Yeah. I definitely would have to have it in here because Aida, she don't like the reptile. She don't like the reptiles. And I stopped owning snakes because I got tired of feeding them live. I wasn't really privy to the idea of feeding them frozen, thawing it out. But I used to feed them live, big ass rats, jumbo rats. And I got tired of seeing that, And then I remember one time I bought it a chick for Thanksgiving. I thought I was being nice to my snake, and it ripped the leg off before it ate it. I felt so bad. So shortly after that, I got rid of him. Cody, if you let everything bite you, you definitely might have something on your hands, man. That might be content worthy for sure. I'm not letting nothing bite me. I don't want to get bit by none of my animals. I remember when Kobe bit me when I fed him. Before I knew that he was a jumper like that, before I even named him. That's why he got the name Kobe. Because every time I would come in there, as soon as I put my hand over the pond, he jumps up. And one time he jumped up, and I swear he just, man, he got his mouth on my hand, on my fingers, scratched all 3 of my fingers, and it just was like just so much blood. I was mad. Then I got bit by my pufferfish Hollywood. That hurt. Now that one hurt. But yeah, You know, you have you ever seen Paul Cafaro video that went viral when he fed the Arapaima at predatory fins, fed him a piece of tilapia from his mouth blindfolded, and it was a fake knockout, and then he fell in the water. That video probably got 100 million views. Yeah, it got like 100 million views. So yeah, you know, it might do good. Yeah, stupid viral crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I know it was fake. I know it was fake. I was actually watching the video. I mean, I didn't just see the short. I was actually watching the video. Definitely was fake. It didn't even hit him. He dropped the food, but you know, it did what it was supposed to do. He probably made a pretty penny off that. Pretty penny off that. But yeah. But man, y'all, I wasn't even gonna disclose it, man. I wasn't even gonna disclose it. Y'all probably gotta catch it later on. I'm over here looking at something that's going on in my 225-gallon aquarium that don't have me too happy at the moment. Let's just say I came in a room and it was some shock. I was shocked. I was shocked by what happened. But you was gonna do a voiceover of that video and do it with the bass? Yeah, do it. See what pops, man. It's all content. You never know what somebody's gonna gravitate towards, and it's all content. So yeah, do it. But look, been on about an hour and 17 minutes. I gotta eat. I'm gonna get my day going. I appreciate all of y'all that contributed. Right on, Cody. Right on that. Right on. Who else we got in here? That's been consistently contributing? Some of the people left. But yeah, man, as y'all know, I really appreciate y'all as always. And we will be doing a feeding video. We'll make sure that Ayat is recording it so we can get it done right. But y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.